Hi everyone, my name is Paris. I'm an artist and a college student, and I post my art on TikTok. But TikTok might be getting banned soon. Love that. So this is my attempt of trying to shift my content to YouTube and trying to make more long form videos, which is something I've always been wanting to do. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I thought it would be good to just start with a sketchbook tour of my most recently completed sketchbook. This is my sketchbook 9, and this is the Pentalic Traveler's sketchbook. I think this is like 6 by 8 inches. Not totally sure, but it's like one of the smaller sizes. And I really like the sketchbook because it is soft cover. I've never used a soft cover sketchbook before, and it was really nice because it lied like really nice and flat, and the book itself is super flexible. Which I always like. The pages were kind of thin and they don't handle wet materials really well. So if that's something you're concerned about, I don't know if I would totally recommend this one. But if you just like to do like more casual art, like how I was trying to do, I was just trying to be like really loose in this, then totally recommend. It also has a ton of pages. I think this is a sketchbook with like the most pages I've ever worked on. So yeah, pretty hefty. As you can see, she got quite chunky, but let's just dive right into it. So I started this last year, March 6th, 2024. That was my freshman year of college, and I finished it just right before the new year. I wanted to make sure I got it done right before January, so really was almost missing the mark on that one, but got it done, yay. So yeah. And so on my campus there's a Chinese place, and so I go there all the time and I get fortune cookies, and so I've just been like pasting all my fortunes into the pages here. Okay, so this is my first page. Welcome to my 9th sketchbook. This is one of my original characters. Her name is Venus. She will be featured in a graphic novel that I'm currently working on that I've been teasing on my TikTok. And I'm planning on making a lot of the content for this channel to surround that and my process of working on my own comic, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this I did in acrylic markers. I think it was the Art X ones I was using, the ones with like the brush tip, but they felt really nice, and this page was mainly like me experimenting with using those pens on the sketchbook paper. But, yep. And then these are just more of my original characters. This is Nicholas and this is Elijah. You're gonna see them a lot here. I've been trying to draw my characters more and more, and so that's mainly like what most of the sketchbook is, but yeah. This is another character for my comic. He's an older man, which I struggle drawing. I think I have gotten better at drawing him though, but yeah. And this is just a sweet little note that someone gave to me when I went to go visit my boyfriend at his school, so thought it was nice, motivational, so I just stuck it in there. I do like to stick like a lot of random junk into my sketchbooks. I like to give them like a more scrapbooky type vibe, but yeah. And then my boyfriend, he does like tricking, which is a kind of martial art, and so I like to draw him while he does it, and he also breakdances, so he makes for great pose references. So I always love to study from him and his friends when I go to see what they're doing. So these are just some poses that I took from studying them. These are some of the break dancers that I was referencing. All very sketchy, loose drawings here. I didn't have paper when I made these, so this was like a random sheet of paper that someone handed me. But yeah, you make do with what you have. These are just my characters. I like to write little jokey dialogue with them, nothing serious, but yeah. These were just trying to get some expressions down with the side profiles with one of my characters. I think some of them turned out kind of derpy, but that's okay. I'm trying to work with no pressure here. And then I also try to do a more realistic rendition of him, which I think looks a little uncanny, but yeah. these are just some studies I have here, and then I also make comics for my school's newspaper, so I like to draft all of them in the sketchbook, and so this was the very first one that I did. You can see I wrote down some ideas for my comic here. And just more studies. One of my college friends, he has like one of those posable like art dolls. I don't know what they're really called, but the ones that you like study for references and stuff. And it was of Michelangelo's David, so I have some Davids here. And then I got one of those Mon Chichi, Bebe Chichi dolls, and she was so cute. I got this little pink cherry blossom themed one, and so I'm gonna drawing her. So cute. Yeah, just more poses. Trying to draw my characters, trying to like get them to look consistent every single time I draw them. That's a big struggle that I faced, and I think by the end of the sketchbook I had gotten a lot better with that. But yeah. And then in my comic there's going to be a ballroom like dancing scene, so just want to do some studies of like what that would look like. Another one here, some zesty dialogue, just ignore that. This is a friend from school. I really love this drawing of her. I think it captured her likeness very well. Edie, if you're watching this, I love you. Another friend from school, he teased me saying that I made him look homeless in this, so sorry about that. And then I have some Ethel Kane drawings here, or paintings actually. These are done in gouache. I love Ethel Kane. I'm like super obsessed with her, so I really wanted to paint her and see if I could like capture her likeness in my style. And I think I did. I'm pretty happy with this one, and this one as well. But yeah, as you can see, the paper does crinkle under the gouache. Actually, no, it's not the gouache. I think the paper handles gouache pretty well. It's like thicker materials it can handle, but if you go like more thin and liquidy with it, like with like watercolors, then it will really warp the paper. And I did use like a watercolor wash under the gouache, so I think that's what really made the paper crinkle here. Oh, these are some drawings of my boyfriend, who I love so dearly. Hi, Eric. This was just like a silly 0.5 photo I had of him, so I decided to draw him. And then here he is in all his glory. More drawings of my characters. This was just a random dude at one of the cafes at my school. He does not know that he's in here. So yeah. I just like writing little jokey dialogue with them. I think it's funny. I'm not too happy with some of the sketches on this page. I don't think I was like fully able to capture their likeness as I wanted to, but it's okay. And then this was the second comic that I worked on for my school, and then I have the fully printed version that was in the newspaper, and I have it here. Whenever it rains, there's a ton of worms on campus, and so I just wanted to make a cool little comic about that. I think it's pretty funny. I remember my friends really liked this one, so yeah. Oops. I saw these like really cool poses of this girl on TikTok, so I just wanted to draw them. I really liked like the frilly dresses that she was wearing, very Madoka-esque to me. So yeah, I think sometimes it's really fun to draw like really frilly, cute, girly things. And we have some figure studies here. For my figure studies, I always use the website Line of Action to get my poses. It's a really great site, and then I try to like set the timer, so I think these might be 5-minute drawings. Sometimes I do the 2-minute ones, but yeah, so we have some studies here. I'm really proud of this one. I thought the weight really translated well here, but yeah. And then these are just notes that I took from a YouTube video that I watched about drawing figures, because I'm trying to get better with my figures, trying to make them look more natural, and I want to be able to draw poses without ripping them straight from reference. I want to be able to create my own poses, which is something I struggle a lot with. So yeah, it's something I'm working on. Just more of my character, Nicholas, here. And then I want to do like some poses with him. He turned out looking really skinny and lanky. And I mean, that is kind of how he's built, but I think he's even skinnier in these, and he normally would be, so just trying to get better at like drawing their bodies and stuff. Oh, okay, this is cool. I took a video game design class my last spring semester, and our final project was to make a video game, and so obviously I wanted to make all the art and the character designs for the game, and so this was me planning out what the main character was gonna look like, what kind of vibe it was gonna give. This was actually based off of a sketch that my friend made for me, so this is not my design at all. This is a redraw of his drawing. But then these ones over here on this page, this is me trying to alter it to fit my vision more. But yeah, super cool, super fun. So much work. Oh my god, it was a lot of work. I had to make so many drawings for that, but it was so cool. I would totally do it again. Yeah, making art for games is so cool and something I would love to do. These are more original characters I have. These ones are not related to the lore of my comic at all. These are just my little forest nymph animal girlies. Super cute. I just like drawing them sometimes because I think they're so cute. But yeah, she's supposed to be like a deer kind of girl, and then this one I think is like more of like a goat thing. I don't know, but I just think they're fun to draw. Another draft from one of my school comics, and then another drawing, of course, of Miss Ethel over here because I just love her so much. Yeah, and then I just put this in for fun, but this was another one. This was like the completed version of this one that I had drafted here, so you can see how it looked in the newspaper. But yeah, this one's not one of my favorites. I don't think it's as funny as the other ones I've done, but still fun. And I always include myself as like the character in these comics, so these are always like based around me and like a dramatization of my experiences in college. More drawings of my OCs over here. I was trying to like visualize them in a more realistic style, like see what they would look like if they were actual people. I'm really proud of these two ones especially. I thought they turned out really pretty. But yeah, and then just another draft for a comic. I love this spread. I think it's really pretty. It's just like an amalgamation of a bunch of things, some junk that I've collected, and then more drawings of my OCs. This is just a lady on Pinterest that I found, but yeah. I did this one with alcohol markers. I used to draw with alcohol markers a lot, but I kind of stopped recently, but I always love to go back to them, I think, for getting like nice smooth coloring. They're really fun. Yeah. And this was the completed version of the comic in the draft that I showed before. It's about me during my final season, which is always a rough time, but yeah. And then you see just more junk that I glued in. I really like to just use it to fill up the space in the sketchbook, because my philosophy is that you don't really have to fill every single nanometer of it with drawings. You don't have to. I mean, it's totally up to you. Everyone likes to work differently, so I try to fill up the space with like the space with other stuff, and it also adds like a lot of thickness to the book as well, and I like having my books be chunky. So if you want to find a good way to make your books chunky, I recommend just gluing any random shit that you find into it. Ooh, I don't like these drawings that much. They're just whatever to me. This was right after I got home after my spring semester ended, so this was like summer before my sophomore year. I was kind of art blocked at this point, so this whole spread is just a bunch of junk. I was trying to just refresh myself to get started and get back into drawing again, because I don't think I drew for like maybe a few weeks at this point, so yeah, pretty art blocked during this time. But then I played Metal Gear Solid. I played both 1 and 2 back to back, and they were super fun. Love those games. Raiden is my favorite, obviously. I think he's so cool. He has those birthing hips, so just had to draw him, you know. And I think getting back to drawing just this fan art helped me get out of my art block a little bit. And I just love, I don't know what the name is of the artist that does the character art for Metal Gear Solid, but I'm pretty sure you guys are aware, like, they're super famous, and just the art style is so iconic, and I would love to be able to draw like that. Obviously I can't, but this is me trying to like emulate the look of the art for those games a little bit, but they're just so beautiful. More Raiden drawings we have here. I'm just really obsessed with them. I like this one a lot. I thought the movement in it looks pretty cool, pretty fun. And then we have Sora from Kingdom Hearts here, because I am also a big Kingdom Hearts fan. Whenever I get art blocked, I just try to do some fan art. I think that also really just helps me to get back into the groove of drawing. And then I have a drawing of my OC Elijah here. I love this doodle. I think it's so cute. I love how I drew his face and the hand. I think this might be my favorite drawing in the whole sketchbook. I don't know, I just think it's super fun. But yeah. And then we have Aerith from Final Fantasy. Yeah, just trying to do some fan art. And then these were just some studies of some cute little medieval ladies that I saw on TikTok. And then, well, this is not a medieval lady, but you know, just trying to capture the vibe, especially since that's where my comic is supposed to take place in. So I want to be able to emulate that era and time period. I think it's a super interesting point in history. The fashion is so lovely, so many things to study and learn from it. So yeah, I just love these cone hats that they wore. Zelda here, I don't really like this drawing that much. I don't think her face looks quite like her. I think I made her look a little too old here, but I do like how I did the little grass bits in the background. You'll notice I don't really draw backgrounds. That's definitely something I gotta do more. So, and then this again I did with the acrylic markers. And then some horse studies here. Drawing horses is always fun. I just love how knobbly their knees and their legs are. I think there's so much intricacies within their legs and the way they move. So sometimes I like to just draw horses. The horses here. But yeah. And then this is Venus, my same character that's from, let me find it, the very first page. Here, I drew her again. I don't like this drawing that much. This is in watercolor and it's not finished. I never really cared enough to finish it. And then these are her, and she wears like two different outfits within the comic, so these are her wearing her outfits. This is like more of a sparring outfit that she wears because she's super girl boss, and then this is like her more casual everyday outfit. More drawings of her. These ones are meh to me. And then this drawing is from the art class that I took my spring semester. It was an architecture focused class, and so we had a sketchbook for that class, and I took all the drawings from that sketchbook and pasted them into here to fill up more space. So I'll point those out to you when they come out. But yeah, these were actually really fun. I never imagined myself to like drawing backgrounds in architecture, but I thought like getting all the corners is super fun and like trying to understand the perspective of it. So yeah, it was a really great learning experience, and I think it definitely got me more comfortable with drawing those kinds of scenes. And for this, we visited like a really old colonial style house, so it was really cool to see like all the little nooks and crannies of skinny little stairways and stuff. Super fun to explore. Just more drawings of my characters. I like this one. The leg here is messed up, but we can just ignore that. But I really liked how the hood and the braid turned out. The ones on this page are I'm not as fond of. Oh, okay. These are my cats, my three cats, Nyx, Candy, and Lucy. Super cute, super evil. They misbehave all the time, but I love them still. So yeah, I just want to draw my kitties. These over here are just some anatomy studies. Nothing super crazy. And then more anatomy studies here. Found this like 3D skull head thing that showed like all the planes of the face and the skull, so I thought that was pretty good to study from. And then just more anatomy here. I sometimes just like to do my gesture drawings in like notebook paper and then just paste them on here because you can do them really quickly and you fill up a lot of paper when you do them, so yeah. And then this is another drawing from my sketchbook from class. I really tried to go with like a looser style with this one. And then we have some Cloud drawings here because I love Cloud. He's so cute. And I drew the little PS1 version of him. He looks like a little Roblox avatar. Just like it's really fun and cute. Another drawing from class. Drawings of my character. These are not good. And this is the same older man that I mentioned right at the beginning of the book. Still trying to get used to drawing his face. These are definitely not the best drawings of him that I've made. And I just tried to do some like color studies, so I think these are peaches that I did. I just found these on Pinterest, and then I did these in gouache. I always love to just go back to painting every once in a while, so it was fun to paint these. And then this, I think it was like a subway station or something. This isn't watercolor, but it smudged all the line art here. But I'm honestly not that mad about it. I think it gave it like this cool blurry effect. Just more drawings of some cute girls wearing frilly outfits. Another drawing from class. I really loved like the, what is it called? The curve of this staircase, how it went up into the floor above it. More color studies. I did some sharks here, and I really liked how these turned out. I did these with the acrylic markers again. And then I was going to do a gouache portrait of Zelda because I just had beat Tears of the Kingdom, and so I wanted to make a drawing based off of it, but I never ended up finishing it. I wasn't too happy with how this one was looking. Some studies. These hand drawings, I tried to do them all in like one line, so without lifting my pen off of the paper. I'm pretty proud of how they turned out. I'm just trying to like draw people with different facial features to cure me of my same face syndrome. Another drawing from class. Ooh, I really love how this one turned out. This is a spot on my campus, and I just thought it was so beautiful. And then just more doodles of my character. More random stuff. Here's my boyfriend over here, but I think I made his cheeks look a little too puffy, so he looks like he got his wisdom teeth removed. And then he loves to drink these those Bai juice drinks, whatever they are, and so I tried to do like a little abstract version of the bottle. This is a drawing from class, and then this is me just trying to do more backgrounds and environments, especially for my comic, so trying to get something with like a more medieval vibe down here. But these were really fun to work on. I would love to do more drawings like this. And I think these I just did in pen and Sharpie. It's super fun to just like let loose on these kinds of things. I have a lot more fun when I do them like that. Just some anatomy practice over here. More figures. All of these poses again are taken from Line of Action. Great website, highly recommend. These are probably all like 1-minute sketches, but yeah, I think a great way to practice your figure drawing is just always do it super loosely, really fast. Try to just get the main forms down. And then I did some hands over here. These ones are okay. You're gonna see some better hands pretty soon. And then I did a gouache portrait here because again, sometimes I just want to go back and just relax and paint something nice. So this was just an image I found on Pinterest. But I like how this one turned out. I thought the shadows of the leaves on the face turned out pretty cool. More hands. These are really fun to do. I think I want to go back and do hands like this again. I was just really trying to break up all the, so you can see like the shapes in the fingers and stuff. But yeah, really fun, really dynamic. And then just some more fan art. Here's Sailor Pluto from Sailor Moon. She's super cute. I love the purple in her outfit. And then this is Riku from Final Fantasy X, my favorite game of all time. Highly recommend. So of course I had to draw her. And then I think at this point I was feeling pretty art blocked again, so I just wanted to do some more fan art to get me back into the groove of drawing. And so I just did a bunch of headshots, and I don't know if you can find a common theme here, but yeah, we have a bunch of blondies. And so I just did some of my favorite blonde characters. Of course we have Link, because I love Zelda. Yeah. I really like how this Misa one turned out. I think this is my favorite one on the page. And I also like this mommy one too. And then, I don't know if you can find the common theme here, but yeah, we have some black-haired characters. I think the one of Tifa and Roy Mustang turned out pretty cool. I think it really captured them. But yeah, and then these, just some figure practice. I don't think these are as good though. I have better figures here, again, all taken from Line of Action. Figure drawing is also just a great way to fill up space in your sketchbook. I like to do it when I don't really know what to draw and I just want to get something down on the page. I always just want to go to figures and doing gesture drawings. And then these ones I made when I got back on campus for my sophomore year. And so these are all spots on campus that I drew. And then these are just some studies of armor, because I love drawing armor. Ooh, it's really windy outside. I don't know if you can hear that. I was pretty art blocked at the beginning of my sophomore year because I didn't really have that much time to draw. I was really busy with like classes and stuff, so my drawing time was a lot more spread out here, so I didn't really do that much art. These are just some headshots of my characters. I was just trying to draw like different side profiles here. Yeah, this time I was not super happy with the art that I was making. Oops, kicked the camera. I tried to draw one of my characters in the vagabond art style. Ooh. And then I drew them as little cowboys because I thought that would be cute and to like help me get out of my art block. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of this page. I think I drew these like on top of a paper bag because I like the brown. But yeah. And then this was a color study that I did from Cheers, and I was gonna do another one down here. Obviously I never ended up doing it. Oops. And then this was my first comic of my sophomore year, and so we had a mouse in our dorm and my roommate was freaking out and it was a whole thing. I think the mouse is gone now, but I made a comic based off of it. I'm part of my school's art club and we do studio nights every week, and so these are some drawings that I did when I went to those studio nights. I took my notebook and then I just made some doodles in the notebook and then I pasted them back in here. And then just more drawings of my characters. Yeah, I was really art blocked during this time, so I don't think any of the drawings from this point in my life were like super notable or anything, but I mean, at least I was still making art. That's the best you can do. But yeah, these were my little forest girlies over here. And this was a painting that I never ended up finishing. And then here's me drafting my next comic. And then I want to do like more like a cutesy anime chibi style here, just to like let loose, have more fun. So yeah, I really like this doodle, how it turned out. Just some doodles that I have pasted in here. Sometimes I also just struggle with drawing in the actual paper of the sketchbook, so I'm like afraid to like mess it up or like waste space or whatever. And so what I find is helpful when I'm feeling like that is to just draw in like notebook or scrap paper and then to just paste it onto a sketchbook afterwards. And I think it also makes the sketchbook more visually interesting because then you have the textures of the different papers and stuff. But yeah, went to go visit the MoMA. That was super fun. And then just more drawings of my character here. Ooh, I love this comic that I made. I think this was my favorite one from the semester. It was super funny. We have these horrible sprinklers on campus that no matter what you try to do, they will spray you. So yeah. More arcane. I was super art blocked here. I couldn't even get these pages done. I want to draw my characters in the arcane, like really try to emulate the arcane style here, but I'm not really happy with these. I think this one looks kind of gross and this one's just okay, but yeah. And then another draft for my final comic of the semester, but I didn't end up pasting the printed version in here, but I could put a picture of it so you can see it if I remember this when editing. And then I think at this point, this was when I came home after the end of my fall semester, so this was like really recently, and I had like a few more pages in the sketchbook and I just really wanted to get it done before the new year, and I didn't really want to like rush to make a ton of art to finish the sketchbook before the new year. And so what I did was I took on my artwork from the art class I took that semester, which was a figure painting class, and just paste it in here. So this was a painting that I had done for class. We had a model, and so all the next few drawings that you're going to see are going to be of that model. She was really great. It was awesome to do life studies from her. And this is oil paint. I never paint in oil paint on my own because, well, I don't own any oils, but we always paint in oils for class. And so, the drawings of her. This was a plan for a painting that I had made. More drawings of the model. These were more plans for paintings that I did for class. This is a drawing of me that I did. I've sat in front of a mirror and I drew myself in the mirror. This is me sitting in front of the same mirror, but this time I drew the entire studio, and so you can see all my classmates here. These are really fun. I like to do these loose pen sketches. Just more drawings of the model, and then also some drawings that we did when we went outside to the creek on campus. Another drawing of the model. Here's a portrait of me. All of these are the drawings that I made for that class. These are just taken from that sketchbook that I had for that class. Just trying to fill up the space in here. Maybe it's lazy, I don't know, but it definitely did fill up like a lot of pages, and I was able to finish the sketchbook in time, so that's good. Another portrait of me. I did this with a mirror, and then a painting of the model. And then another portrait of me, more drawings of the model. And then, yeah, and this is me nearing the end of the sketchbook. I did some arcane drawings because I love Victor and Jace, and so I wanted to do some doodles of them. I really like how this Victor drawing came out. I was trying to be a lot looser here with how I was drawing them. And then some figure studies right here. And then the final page, I didn't do anything crazy, I just did drawings of my characters and a little scene that they're in. It's not super anatomically correct, so I'm not super fond of this page, but it's okay. Got the sketchbook done. As you can see here, I ripped out a page because I made a drawing for my boyfriend and I ended up giving it to him. But yeah, that's the end of the longest sketchbook I had to fill in. You can see how chunky she got. It's really heavy, but yeah, so this was the Pentalic Traveler sketchbook, and that's the completed tour of my sketchbook 9. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more of my artwork in the future, you can like and subscribe. I am planning on making a lot more content focused on the comic that I'm writing, so if you want to hear more about that in my process, stay tuned for future videos. Thanks for watching!